Hey friends, today we are talking about mirrors. How mirrors can transform your space, add dimension, texture, and elegance easily. Maybe you don't have the time or the budget for a huge renovation, but your space is looking a little drab, a little too familiar, and you just want a change. I hope to bring some familiar ideas and some new ones as we look at different pictures of mirrors. So I love whenever a mirror juxtaposes a very kind of rough industrial brick look and adds an ornate touch by this juxtaposition of this ornate mirror with the brick wall. Whenever you add contrast, whether it is in art, interior design, or even fashion, the eye is drawn to the contrast. So contrasting styles is a great way to elevate your space instantly. I also love the idea of muting or bringing down the volume on a space where you use more of a loud geometrical wallpaper like this one, and how this simple mirror kind of quiets the space, not by adding more, but by kind of hushing down the tone. So that is a fun idea. Another wonderful idea is to add very ornate touches like jewelry to your space if a space is boring. So for that reason, like this mirror, I have one similar, the sunburst mirror, I guess you would call it starburst mirror, but I found this massive, huge one on resale for a blank wall. We have tall walls, tall ceilings, and this white wall really needed some dressing up. It is above the stairwell, and I just love the effortless elegance that it adds. I'm really drawn to Hollywood Regency style. And whenever you can bring the outdoors inside, whether it's plants or whether the suggestion of a sunshine on your wall, I really love that. One of my favorite spaces in my house is this collage that you see above my couch. I do want to eventually renovate or replace that couch. It's an older couch. I do like it, but it's getting a little squeaky. So above the couch, we have these 3 mirrors, all stacked rectangularly, and to incorporate it with other pieces of artwork. So if you have artwork collages, don't be afraid to add mirrors to that collage. So if you have wallpaper that you want to frame bits of, which these are wallpaper samples and even a few pictures, I think at Michael's, that we matted and framed. And so we have the 3 pieces of artwork flanked on either side, and sandwiched in between are the 3 rectangular mirrors. That's a really kind of like gold. We probably are going to tone that down with a different paint, but still has potential, and I wanted you to see the form of that. Another wonderful way to incorporate mirrors in your space is to add a different type of curvature instead of the rectangular mirrors that you typically see. I love the look of circle mirrors over an entry table or a console table. I actually have another one of the mirrors adjacent on the adjacent wall. And so if you have 2 walls, it really expands the room, making it look much bigger. I love the look of texture that this large wooden mirror adds in the dining room. If you have a white wall, you want to add some contrast, either wood or silver or gold, but you want to add something so that your walls are not sterile. And I really love the way that wood warms up the space, giving it kind of more of that earthy feel to it. So I hope this gives you a few ideas. I am actually going to add another mirror to my space. And first, I'm going to actually get this one out of my garage. It's been sitting in the garage and I really don't like the color of it right now. So we're going to transform the color and let's get going on this project. So we found these two circular mirrors. They are small and they are in the garage, and we are going to give them a facelift with some spray paint. Before spray painting, always tape down the part that you do not want paint to spray over, such as your mirror. This one, my husband began to put the craft paper around the mirror, and then lo and behold, we discovered that the frames popped out, which is even better. So always check before and be sure to cover up those surfaces really good. Of course, above the mantle, I love the look of a mirror. If you have not already checked it out, really fun DIY Pottery Barn dupe. I will link it below, how to create this gorgeous palm leaf original work of art. But right now, I have curtains. I'm a big kind of monochromatic person, white curtains on the white walls. But here is my decorating challenge. I have this space above the curtain, and there is a beam that flows and interferes with having to bring the curtains all the way up, which is my preference. If you can, bring your curtains all the way up to the ceiling to elevate the height. But since I don't have that, we are going to try to trick the eye and add some mirrors above, and they're all spray painted, and I'll show you what they look like. So obviously these mirrors were way too high for me to reach. So of course my husband got on the ladder and measured and put them up for me. When you are hanging your mirrors, be sure that one is not taller than the other, because you really want to make sure those measurements are exact, or otherwise they will look lopsided. I'm so excited because they are up. It's all about the details. I think it's all about the details. Sometimes it's tempting to overlook or just skip something in your house, but to me, it gives kind of a lacy effect. I love ginger jars, and it's kind of like that lacy, intricate, embroidered cutout pattern that you find. And I can echo this in other places of the house to give it more of that cohesive look. So yeah, so we have the height. They were black, now they're white. And I just really, it kind of reminds me of cornice boxes that used to be around like curtains, or just kind of that architectural relief. And it does draw the eyes visually up, and it was so easy. It's something I already had in the house. So I challenge you, use mirrors throughout the house, and I hope you found some helpful hints. And like and subscribe, friends. Thank you for watching.